Actually, a working Vanquish soul for you. The OCG finally has figured it out. It also appears that some Tachyon is leaping by us all, and we also have Regenesis. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Well, it appears that Vanquish Soul has managed to go through an evolution out here, and they've decided that they wanted to incorporate some of the Regenesis cards in here in order to play the game. And you can thank Bursheet here for actually, being a new fire monster to help this deck out. And of course, we have some cool little interactions in here. Kaiser Varya still being an insane card, but you basically got these generic elements to kind of help you out in the board building process, which is going to be really nice. Plus, you got all the power of the Regenesis stuff out here kind of help you through. And I mean, we've seen how good that these cards can be in their forms of their interactions out here. So I gotta give it some credit. I did not expect to see an evolution like this in the meta that would bring Vanquish Soul back up from the brink of destruction. That's definitely going to be one of the cooler things that we're going to see out here kind of going forward, because I've seen a couple of these lists, and I like that. All right. Ooh, we have some good old spoon action for you out here. I swear, the more I see Magistus Spoon just kind of being this really cool card, it is so cool to see. But obviously, the Borreload Savage kind of allows this deck some cool interactions out here, being able to basically use what it equips to, kind of combo extend through. Is a little bit stupid. I also do see that we are getting the chance to play the new Titanic Galaxy in here. I think that this deck just gets style points just strictly for being able to play the Titanic Galaxy in here. And I love that. I love the fact that somebody out here is trying this out, because this was honestly one of those things that I've always wanted to test this card. It looked so cool when it first came out, and I'm still super excited to see what more we can do with this. And also just, it fits so well into the already existing Galaxy theme out here as like a free little rank up target. I really do like that a lot. All right, next up here, we have more Regenesis for you. And I gotta tell you, this Regenesis theme is pretty good. Now, this is going to be acting as your kind of back row-ish build. And this kind of feels like a little bit, you saw in the very early stages that I was testing out like a control variant with this. I don't think I had necessarily the right tools in the right position for this, but I think this kind of works itself out here. I see, we have the Ecclesias and the Fleur-de-Lis in here. Surprisingly enough, no Maximus in here, but of course, you got the triple Regenesis and the triple copies of the stupid extender here. This card's so good. You've also got the triple copies of Nadir Servant in here to kind of filter you on in to this stuff. So you're basically just going to be putting a bunch of strong bodies on the field here, and then just setting up the disruption. Also, the fact that the Regenesis God has been showing up as a one-of is actually very good. I was correct about this. If you're going to play this card, it's a one-of, and of course, yes, we do get to play the Dragon's Mind down here as well. Okay, next up here we have, some Punk Shenanigans. Now, I've been kind of following some of the Punk ideas out here, some of these things that they can do, but we're getting to play the Witches of the White Forest. So on activation, add that White Forest monster from your deck to your hand, and you get locked out of special summoning dark monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. I mean, that's fine. And then what? The first time each of your White Forest monsters be destroyed by battle, it is not. And you target a White Forest monster you control is treated as a tuner this turn. So that's actually going to be really good. Turning some of these nice little cards on into tuners to kind of allow this deck a chance to go. Going to be really, really good. And I do see that, we are going to be trying some Shadow Imprisoning Mirror back here. I'm not surprised to see Shadow Imp coming on back into the meta out here. And of course, I see Soul Drain down there as well. We really are hitting the anti-meta malice shenanigans out here, just so we don't have to deal with this. Well, we live in a different time right now. Okay. More Regenesis, man. The OCG was on a kick with this week, man. Now, I actually find this hilarious that they actually chose to play the Blue Eyes in here as the normal monster, and I'm actually fine with this because this acts as a 3k body. It allows you to kind of pressure your opponent and do some stupid stuff, but all the Regenesis stuff here also is going to be really, really good. And you know, once again, I think we're starting to see the value of this. This deck is also playing the Gordian Schneider in here for kind of a little board clear to do your thing. And I love this. We're doing the spell card soul exchange down here as well. But I think that this might be one of the more solid variations of this. You know, you're actually getting to see the value of the Lordly Low stuff in here do its thing. But, you know, also we can bring the driver on out here and kind of start claiming up into some of the link stuff. Also, Boroko Dragon? Okay, I see you. Ooh, we have some ancient gears for you here with Gordian Schneider, baby. Yes. Oh, this pleases me so very much out here that we are seeing a board wiping deck. So you just go second with this and just roll up the Gordian Schneider, laugh at your opponent, do your thing. I also see down here that we have the heat waves to clear out the opponent, but you know, you've got all the maxi support that you could want here. The whole thing that you just need to do is just get ready to roll through and OTK your opponent. That is the entire legacy that this deck has going for it. And I love this. I think that this is by far going to be one of the coolest ideas that you can have in the meta right now. Just rolling up, doing some going second OTK shenanigans. And yeah, Gordian Schneider is going to help you. I don't think a lot of people are really going to be expecting this, honestly. Well, I mean, to the people that aren't expecting this, you're going to have a really, really bad time. All right. Oh, we have some Dragon Ruler action for you. Now, I was just asking myself the other day, I was wondering if we were going to see some developments out here in the Dragon Ruler front. You know, what are people going to initially start to test around with? You know, what ratios are they going to find out? Because, let's be honest here, Spectre's the dumbest card in the Dragon Ruler archetype. Now, like, this card does so much. But you also do see here, we are doing some of the pile arm dragon stuff in here. You know, you're kind of getting cheesy in here with level 5 and level 7. You're opening up that can of worms and you're testing out some of those better ideas. I like that a lot. I like that you can have these ideas and you can actually challenge the meta and do well with this. This is good. And of course, you know, why not play Tenpai cards in here too? You know, your deck has to be able to gas through your opponent and clear up fields. And the fact that you have the OTK cards here, you have all of the Dragon Ruler stuff as that fundamental backing to assist you. Everything just floats together, and that's good. All right, we've also got more Regenesis. This is another list that, man, how many of these are we going to see here? I also see here we went with 42 cards in this variant. We've also opened up the multiple burr sheet here as well, relying on the super polys to board break. That's nuts. Of course, the Vanquisher Rock doing its thing down here. You can also thank the dear old Security Dragon for being a stupid good card. But I mean, all this deck needs to do is it just needs to capitalize on punishing the opponent, which it does. You know, this build, the only trap we're relying on is Regenesis Birth, because, you know, all you gotta do is regurgitate a field of interruptions, which Vanquish Soul did, but now you've got the extra combo of those interruptions now to punish your opponent. And that's good. It's way more than I think Vanquish Soul had going for it during the last couple of times that this deck has shown up. So I don't think people are really prepared to see this revelation, but we'll see. All right. Next up is, this is some Code Talker adding this stuff. You know, nothing wrong with Mathmech Circular being at 1, right? You know, we'll just go ahead and do some kind of OTK stuff, have your opponent kind of look at you a little bit, get a little bit confused. But that's okay. You know, Malice wasn't the only deck out here that could go through some crazy stuff. And because of Circular, this deck can actually go down some of the sickest lines I have seen. You know, I do see, you know, a Code Talker down here being one of those incredibly ignorant cards. And, you know, you get the chance to see a lot of cool, solid deck building out here with a set like this. Also, UI, my friend. Really, really good. Well, you got 5 new cards built into the deck. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So, yeah, go ahead and throw some big Code Talkers at your opponent. Proceed to kind of laugh a little bit, and, you know, congratulations, you've done exactly what your deck needed to do. And our last list here is some Gishki action. I don't know who asked for Gishki stuff out here, but I am going to say, you know, congratulations, you've gotten a fantastic opportunity to have this deck kind of come back. You know, Gishki Neuramenus was definitely one of those decks I think a lot of people kind of forgot, or this card was just really, really solid out here. And I like the idea that we have Gishkis returning back out here to the meta actually, you know, being an option. Also, Stack gets to play Neptibus. Like, I don't think that was on your initial bingo sheet either out here, but this is actually really freaking cool to see. So, please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.